Well, we're here in Elden Ring, and I have an idea. In fact, I have several ideas, but I need to see if I can even execute them. But for starters, we need to replace the title music with something a little bit more fitting. Because we're going to be bringing Executor effectively into Elden Ring, the base game. So my plan for this is take off everything we've got. Everything we've got in terms of armor. I imagine Caveman Jack is the Executor. Just because he's so well built. Matter of fact, no. I recommend somebody else. This look. Just because the golden light of grace is in his eyes. And he's well built to be Executor. Alright. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. Now we need a few weapons. Ordovis's greatsword. Or Silura's spear. Let's see. How about we just use a great katana? Or a katana in general. Okay. I have 71 poise in this armor. Jesus Christ. Okay, what's my Ash of War currently? Unsheath with bleed. I'm gonna put poison on it so I can proc both status effects. Okay. Alright. And I'm gonna have one of my dry leaf arts in the other hand. I'm gonna have the one with Divine Beast Frost Stomp. No. The poison flower blooms twice. That way I can proc Scarlet Rot as well as poison by just spamming the Ash of War. Well, let me actually think about this. Golden Order Seal. Now, let's think of our incantations. Obviously, we want on some aspect of the Crucible incantation. But what else do we want on? Golden Vow. Wrath of Gold, Wrath from Afar, Heal from Afar, Erd Tree Heal. Oh, that actually works! The only thing that we're really missing is... Alright. Okay. Flame grant me strength. That's really the only thing that we're missing. But I don't imagine Executor would use that. What katana would he use? Probably the Uchi. Let's see what I can get on the Great Katana first. What is it normally? Poison Great Katana. It's kind of scary. Can I go get another one real quick? Before I execute that idea? Or do I have another one in the chest? I have an Uchi. So I can make that my bleed one again. I just tried to surge sprint.
Well, I took you man to lay out your own.
Alright. Uchi Katana. Oh, I had one on. I had one already. Or the Nagakiba. No, the Nagakiba is too heavy for this armor. What about the Bulgo's Talisman? What other Ashes of War could I have on the Uchi? It would probably make it good. Ghost Flame Coal. How would that even look with this weapon? Nah! I got a better idea for Ghost Flame Call. I want to save that for the... Actually, I want to try something else. Since he stabs himself with the Uchi. Or his katana. I can't really do that with the Great Katana. See, now it's at 854, but it's got a higher chance of proccing bleed. Now with Golden Vow, it's 982. Plus, I can just do Seppuku again to re-proc the buff. I'm a flower. Alright, now I want to actually think of an outfit other than just a Crucible Knight outfit. Let's see. Well, actually, no. Executor was a Crucible Knight. Yeah, Executor was a Crucible Knight, so I don't want to change this outfit. He was wearing the Crucible Axe set, I believe, when he stabbed himself. Yeah, the Crucible Axe set. That's his helmet, at least. All Crucible Knights, I believe, wear the same armor. Get fucked. Get fucked. Get fucked. Get absolutely annihilated. Get absolutely annihilated. What, you want to do something to me? Fine, come at me. Oh, shit! This is awesome. This is actually kind of cool. Oh, take that. Here, hold this. What's up, Dream Master? Uh. I'm a fucking executor, man. I've become one even in the base game. I'm a Crucible Knight with a katana. Fuck you in particular. I'm a hedgehog! Get backstabbed. Let me actually see what other buffs I can put on. I could put on Flame Grant Me Strength to take off Wrath from afar. No, I almost don't want to. I kinda like this build. Cause watch this. I gotta get a little closer. See, that's half his health gone. What are you gonna do about it? Don't get too close. Alright, what is the other Crucible set? Okay. Oh, this just goes the Crucible Axe. Okay. So, what? Is there only one crucible axe or crucible hammer set? Spear set? Crucible tree set. Okay. That's what I'm missing. I think. I don't know if I have it or not. I don't think I have it. I would have seen it by now. Then as a Crucible Knight, as an Executor main in Night Rain, well, I almost don't want to do it. Seesaw! Should I do it? Hi! By the way. Can we hang out in a party? I'm trying to turn my Tarnished into Executor. And I'd like some advice. Take that. I don't want to wear that set, the tree set, because it'll put me in a medium load probably. I like what I have. Okay, I want you to do something. Okay, let's see. Damn, that is a lot of poise. I'm like Executor training to become a Crucible Knight. Then if that's the case, I need a different armor. Nah, I like this. I like this better. Because I have 71 poise. Seesaw! I wanna hang. I probably should put Bloodblade on. Just because. And with occult scaling. Yeah, do that. Console isn't even on or plugged in. Fire. Wow. Crazy. Hold on. Is there any way that I can alter this set or make it look different? Okay, I can alter the set. How does it look? Okay, kinda cool. It just gets rid of the little back part. But I like the back part better, because it feels more authentic. Plus, he's wearing it in the cutscene. So. I don't feel right wearing this armor, because I'm not big enough, it feels like, to fit this armor. Or maybe the aspect of the crucible made him grow bigger. Like when he put the armor on. I don't know why everything is so kind of large in the lands between. I think Executor's crit in the main game is so much, in Night Rain is so much better. It's such a simple stab. Can you like not? Can you like not? Can you like not? Can you like not? Thank you. Alright. I'm gonna go back to the round table hold so I can come up. Or, where's my usual hangout spot? Come up with some good drip there. Alright. So, I'm thinking... What do I want for the headpiece? As much as I want to just straight up wear the Crucible armor, I want something original. Well, this is an outfit from a Tarnished. The Rakshasa helmet. But I'm not trying to become Rakshasa. I'm trying to become Executor. I guess I'll just wear the Crucible outfit. No real point in taking it off. Executor shrunk. But his weapon didn't. No excuse as to why his weapon should've. Alright, fair. He can't stab himself with the great katana. God damn it. What was I doing? Trying to go to deeper depths. I need to kill a Crucible Knight. How do I even get to deeper depths? I completely forget. I completely forget how to get to deeper depths. Let me just sit here for a second. Crazy. Well, you know what this is teaching me? The fact that Executor was a Crucible Knight at one point, it makes me want to use Crucible Knight weapons. Like, whenever I get them on Executor. Like, if I get a Crucible Knight spear as Executor, I'm like, oh, I'm taking that. Just because I can. I don't know, bro. No, this is Yura's hat. I want it to stay fresh and iconic. And only to Yura. Put this on. And this. No. No. Not really. Maybe the only thing that would actually look good with the set is the set itself. What about this? No, because it throws off the colors. Alright, fair. Let's do it like this. Can we even do it like this? How would it look? Not too bad, but the warrior's graves. But he's from the land of reeds, so I'd like for him to have that entire armor. But at the same time, the warrior's greaves look better. How do these gloves? Kinda good, but looking for something a little better. I think that fits. Land of Reeds armor, Vagabond Knight gauntlets, Warrior Greaves. I think that fits. Plus the mask that somewhat covers his face. I think it looks pretty fire. What does Seesaw think? Yo, chat. I think we got the look. Because judging by the description of the armors, It actually works. And all that, and we're still on a light load. Huh. Yeah, I think this is cool. This actually works. All we need is unsheath. Just so we can actually... Hold on a minute. Let's put on unsheath. Yeah, let's put on unsheath with poison buildup. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I think this works. I think this looks nice. What does Seesaw think? You know, give him a little T-pose. Give him a little T-pose, hold up. You know, like the character models. Like, let him see the whole outfit. He seems to like it because he left the A. Duck. Is that a duck, bro? Quack. Cool. He likes it so much he left a duck in chat. Alright, cool. Well, sweet. We've completed our executor. The only thing I'd like to do now is somewhat restore my build. Let's see. I'd like my dry leaf arts to be down first. Golden Vow is already on, so... Raptors of the Mist. Does that seem like something Executor would do, Seesaw? Like, in your honest opinion, does that seem like something Executor would do? Like, I imagine he'd kinda do it. Could be decent if I'm two-handing the weapon. Cause then I could do like Dry Leaf Whirlwind for the jump attack. Alright, I'll put that on. Bloodhound Step. Let's see. Poison Uchi with a poison Waki. Yeah. Yeah, let's do that properly. Yo, bro! I just blew my load all over you. How do you feel? I keep trying to surge sprint! That's so funny. Fuck you in particular. Would you like to try that one more time? You gonna go? I don't blame you for hesitating. There we go. And I guess when I want to actually go all out, I swap to the Great Katana. Why do I imagine Executor has long, beautiful hair? Hold on a minute. I need to make a Samurai Executor John loadout. Yeah, this is John Konak. Hold up. This is supposed to... I don't know what either of these are supposed to be, but I'm gonna use this one. I'm gonna make him slightly smaller in this regard. Actually, no, I'm gonna keep him roughly the same. Actually, no. Make him smaller so he fits the armor better. And then just keep the arms and legs the same. Or no. Put this to 184 and put this at max. Yeah, put that at max. And then put this at 128. How does that look? Looks pretty samurai-esque. He just looks a little chunky. Now the only thing that we gotta change is his hair. Take this mark off his face. Give him longer facial hair. A thicker stubble. Or maybe give him this. I imagine Executor has a longer beard for some reason. I also imagine he has some wrinkles. Wait, something isn't right with the hair. It doesn't feel like it's bright enough. There we go. Now just bring the root darkness up, or the white hairs. Bring them up to 69. Yeah, you can still kind of see them. Or bring them up to 100 actually. That way his hair kind of looks the way it does in Night Rain. That looks a little better. That looks a little better. Or maybe he has shorter hair by this point. I don't really know. I don't really care. But I see him with this. Definitely with that. Considering that's this character's hairstyle. And that character's from Demon Souls. This character's from Night Rain. Wait, if this character's from Night Rain, then his eyes should look a very, very, very special way. Hold on a minute. Hold the fuck on. Okay, is that good? They don't just look blue anymore, they look purple. Hold on a minute. Let me lower that down. Is that Jesus? Is it supposed to look like Jesus, Scroll Chains? Guys, I take that as a compliment to some extent. It's supposed to be what I imagine to be Executor. But if anything, this will be a more accurate depiction of Executor because I imagine the light of grace is in his eyes. But anyways, this is just what I imagine my character would look like if he were Executor. Like, this version of my character. Anyways, I'm just having fun on Elden Ring right now. Welcome to the chat, my friend. Seesaw would not join the party, so I'm glad that you're here at least. Either that or Asmongold. Haha! I'll take that as a compliment as well. Alright. Let's see. What do we got here? There's a special way I want to do this. I want this to actually have poison and bleed on it. And then I want the Uchi to have unsheath. No, I need something that can have frost. Chilling Mist or Ghost Flame Coal. Yeah, Ghost Flame Coal. Okay. Ghost Flame Call is just not my favorite. Okay. I do have an idea though. I can't do that with bleed. Shit. Okay. Well, at least I can do this with bleed. Eh. Eh. Oh, piss. I accidentally got rid of it. Here, hold this. Yeah, the Ash of War really does seem like a nerfed version. But let's see how I do with this. Yeah, no, don't hit me. I don't like that too much. Ugh! You know, I wasn't proccing bleed nearly as fast as I would have hoped. Probably because my affinities were swapped in two different directions. One was doing frost and one was doing bleed. Huh. Alright, hold on. I think I need to focus my efforts onto just one weapon. Let's see. What would be a... Hold on, let me go grab my runes real quick before I forget. Cruel Chains, while I'm grabbing my runes, what do you think would be a decent Ash of War for the Uchi, other than Unsheath? Because I know Unsheath is a fantastic option. Something that I can put bleed on it. Maybe Stormblade? I'll try Stormblade. Boosh! Okay, that's kind of cool. How much damage does it do? Does it do bleed build-up? It's a one-shot! What the fuck, bro? Okay, 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 okay. I may have fun with this. You can't do shit to me anymore. How could you let me backstab you like that? Cool. Probably do more damage if I set it to a Colt. Bleed damage is a little bit less, but the arcane scaling goes up. So that means that the bleed would actually somewhat be higher. At least that's what I'm assuming. Bit. Oh, it's not a one-shot anymore. Bitch. How fucking dare you? Did you just survive? Survive that, you filthy casual. Yeah, Stormblade is crazy, I can see that. Stormblade has always been strong in PvP and PvE, apparently, according to Cruel Chains. Blood tax is insane for PvE. Spinning Slash is crazy too to interrupt enemy attacks. Stormblade is just really fast for me, and it's a ranged option. But, that's why I like it so far. It does a lot of damage, and it's the ranged option. And it's a physical attack, too, so not many enemies will have a resistance to it. Plus, it could probably come in clutch. Think about that for a second. Stormblade coming in clutch. A gust of wind coming in clutch. Literally airbend at your enemies with your weapon, and that comes in clutch. That's crazy. Like, fuck every other Ash of War. That's goated. Is that in Night Rain? Can you get Stormblade on your weapon as a starting armament skill? Because if not, they're doing something wrong. What's up, Clips? How you doing? JRE Clips. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Double Slash, Flaming Strike, and Piercing Fang are the only ones for katanas that ignore shields. Double Slash ignores shields. So basically the Ash of War that looks like the Rivers of Blood Ash of War that just straight up ignores shields. That's fucking crazy. So JRE Clips is just chilling. That's nice. I'm just chilling too, ignoring everything in life. Just enjoying my buzz. DLC might have some ashes too, but... Do you have DLC for Elden Ring? Yeah. Currently rocking some DLC stuff right now. I think I got the aspect of the Crucible... Yeah, I got aspect of the Crucible Bloom right now. I can show you what that looks like. Heal from afar, wrath from afar. Those are all DLC shits. Yeah. I've been through the DLC a few times. I may have beaten Promised Consort Radahn maybe 3 times in total of my Elden Ring career. You just beat Rakshasa. Nice. Honestly, Rakshasa is a pain. Because that Great Katana is a lot like Rivers of Blood. But it just doesn't have an as insane range. Like, it doesn't have that extra 6 foot of hitbox. But it does have a pretty insane hitbox still. And it can be used for as long as the opponent has FP and stamina. So yeah, that Ash of War in particular is pretty scary to be up against. So I can see why that fight is pretty annoying. Plus, if you're fighting him on like higher new game pluses, yeah, I just wouldn't recommend it if you have his shit already. Or unless you have a certain incantation, which I can direct you towards it right now. This one in particular. If you don't have this incantation, forget about fighting the tarnished bosses in the DLC. Just completely forget about it. Especially if you have this incantation and your arcane isn't high enough, I recommend you get it high enough. Because you're missing out on a win button. Seriously, I've 3-shotted Gideon with this incantation. How do you get that, and what does it do? I'll show you exactly what it does. Hold up, I need a good test subject. You need to die real quick. You also need to die real quick. Same with you. Okay. Now if I can just sneak up on this guy without him seeing me. He usually has a lot of health. So, if I can sneak up on him without him seeing me, you'll see how much damage this DLC is capable of. In the right hands. Boom! One shot. That's what that incantation does. Yeah. You need to get that. It stuns tarnished enemies, and by the time they get back up, you have enough time to cast it again, and it pretty much sets up for an endless loop. And you're pretty much 3-shotting most of the bosses in the DLC that look like me. Or you. I'd recommend Dry Leaf or the Foot Dry Leaf version. It's really, really fun and also good. Oh, dude, I use Dry Leaf all the time. That's currently in my arsenal. Yeah, I got both of them on right now. Yeah, they're both really fun. I saw how fun they were and incorporated them into my arsenal instantly. My build is not complete without at least 2 Dry Leaf Hearts and 2 Seals. And at least 1 weapon of my choice. Other than those 4. That way I can rock a melee build that looks like I'm just using my bare hands, and a fully caster build. And then I get serious and pull out some weapons that are actually from the base game or from the DLC that actually hit hard. And I've got Golden Vow on this current build, so if I buff, I'm definitely hitting harder. Did the main game with incantations only, and now I'm doing DLC with only Dry Leaf. Trying a giant at gate for more reference, although this is Archon's new game, Beyond 7, so the enemies there are Beyond Max. Yeah, this is my new game plus 7 save. Also, I'm in like Journey 12, Cruel Chains. So like, I'm just putting that out there as like a friendly reminder. Like, I'm way higher than I should be. And I plan on going even higher before my Elden Ring career is over. Like, I did say at some point I plan on hitting New Game Plus 713 before I officially stop playing this game. Like, it's actually crazy. I can't believe I actually intend to play this game for that long. But, you know, I'll get to it at some point. I just gotta beat Journey 12 first. That's why I say it's Beyond 7. Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. I'm on Journey 12. I had a new game plus 5, but my data got corrupted sadly. I'm level 252 right now. Well, what do you play on? Do you play on console? And if you do, what console do you play on? Do you play on PlayStation, Xbox? Because if you play on PlayStation, add me. I'll put my gamer tag in chat and you can add me. Oh, you play on PC. I can't help you, my guy. Damn, I was hoping you played on PlayStation. Well, I was gonna drop you some runes to help you level up, but since we're not able to play together, that's not an option. It's alright though. I imagine you'll make it. I imagine you'll make it. You seem like a pretty confident player. At 60 plus, Lord have mercy, you need 5 buffs. I need like 600 runes per level right now, it's annoying. Yeah, I can imagine. It was annoying early on for me trying to level up, like when I was playing the game legit. But either way, I managed. No, crossplay is crazy in this game. Yeah, I know, right? God, that really is insane. Like, they've got crossplay in Night Rain, but they do not have crossplay in the base game. That is actually unfortunate. Like, I usually say, that is unfortunate, as a joke, often. But, like, having no crossplay in a game that is, like, so insanely huge is actually unfortunate. Also, is it just me, but the multiplayer is terribly made? I don't think it's just you, Cruel Chains. And I don't know if it's just the decent hit that's flowing through my body right now. You know, that amazing feeling that just went through my entire soul. But I kinda have a mood to agree with you. It's not just you that feels that way. Multiplayer really does need a remake. I agree with both of you. Like, can we just get the seamless co-op that we have in Night Rain for the base game? That would make everybody so much happier. It would be fun to be able to play the whole game with a friend like in Night. Exactly! That's literally what I just said! Peak! We share a brain cell! Yo, I need a monster. I'm getting hype. I swear that's actually crazy that we share a brain cell. Well, every time I bring it up, it's Miyazaki's vision. Yeah, I mean, but still, like, Miyazaki's vision is kinda ass in some of the games. Probably should have said death animation shorter. Honestly, yeah. Better yet, honestly, it's been so many games, I feel like they should have made the death animation shorter. Oh shit. Yeah. I mean, the death animation has been this long since what, Demon Souls? I mean, we don't need to have the life leave our body for like 5, 6, 7, 8 seconds of playtime. I mean, take other games for example. You die, you hit a loading screen. Not, you die, it takes a couple seconds to fucking die. And then you hit a loading screen. It's like hitting 2 loading screens at once. I'm pretty sure it's a lack of vision, respectfully, or simply doesn't know how to be fair. His games have always been PvE single player, main focus PvP, and co-op is secondary. Yeah, that's crazy. And then the loading screens as well, according to clips over here. Not to mention when the summoning doesn't even fucking work. God, that pisses me off the most. I also hate how some bosses you need to do a whole 2 minutes of running to fight them after each death. Oh my god, you think that's bad? There are 40-minute boss run backs now in Night Rain. For you to only fuck up on day 1 or day 2 and you not even get to see the actual boss. Now that sucks. But at least it's fun with the right people. Moving like Darth Vader Prime. Bell-bearing hunter! Exactly! Gotta love watching your death animation followed up by a you died text on screen, then a loading screen. I know, right? Really rubs it in your face. Deathrite Bird and Bellbearing Hunter are my nemesis. Dude, if you think Bellbearing Hunter is actually that bad, you should have seen how locked in I was the other day. I will make him look easy. But that's only on a really, really good day. Seriously, my Executor made Bellbearing Hunter look like a bitch the other day. I was like, come at me, bro! And he did! And it was the biggest mistake of his life. Between me and my friend, we fucking destroyed him. And he was the day 1 boss, too. We were convinced we were gonna lose that run, but like, I called it. It was Briar. And he did not stand a chance. We've gotten Deathrite Bird a few times too. Deathrite Bird didn't stand a chance on a few of our runs either. It's just that one attack that Deathrite Bird does. The nuke. God. We don't speak of that one. Anyways, my girlfriend's calling. I'll see you guys another time. Have a nice evening. You too, man. You too. It was nice having you in chat. You enjoy your time with your girlfriend. Alright. Let's see. What are we gonna get done? Bowbearing Hunter is mainly an issue if you commit with a medium to slow weapon. Man's poise is pretty crazy, though. Thanks, man. Have fun. Yeah, man. Of course. Alright. Let's see what we can get done with our build. So, Cruel Chains. I've been meaning to ask you. What do you think of the Executor build so far? It's got similar drip to the Wretch build that I was rocking, but it's also very similar, you know, in Wretch style to the build that I was rocking, but it's just the Lands of Reeds take on it. It's the Bandit Mask, which I feel like would have fit Executor pretty well. It's the Land of Reeds armor, which he's from the Land of Reeds, so I figured that would have fit the most as the chest piece. The Vagabond Knight gauntlets. The only reason I have this on is because, well, it's from a starter class, and he's a Crucible Knight. So, I figured it would fit to some extent. And the Nomadic Warrior Greaves, which is from my other outfit. I couldn't actually think of if he would have anything other than this to have on or not, other than just straight up the Crucible Knight outfit. So, yeah, I'm just coming up with outfit ideas. You're changing the name of the game to Drip Souls with that outfit. Seriously? You think it looks that decent? It looks good. Thank you. That's amazing coming from you. I couldn't get a straight answer from Seesaw earlier, but coming from you, that's amazing. Alright, let me put my aspect of the Crucible spells back on. Let me actually try this Executor build out. I actually wonder if there's anything that I haven't fought yet that I can fight. Other than you. You can just straight up go to hell. Little Godric soldier, nobody. Well, let me go up to my little perch and think about what I'm doing next. Elden Ring has limitations on drip, so making something out of it is always at least a 7 or 8 out of 10. Yeah. But I usually tend to make something with the starter outfits. Something that would actually match the character. But what I usually do is I would make an outfit specifically for the Wretch. But if he were taking from a specific starter class. This outfit specifically is a Wretch if he were a samurai. As he draws from the samurai's armor, the vagabond's armor, the warrior's armor, and the bandit's armor. Plus, he's got a katana. And the outfit that I usually use the clubs on has the champion's outfit, which could easily be swapped out for, you know, axes, great axes, and colossal weapons. Since that's usually my main outfit. But this is my samurai outfit so far. Yeah, that outfit is good for that class. Yeah, thank you. I thought it was pretty decent as well. I just kind of came up with it on the fly. I wasn't thinking I wanted to use the entire Crucible set because I wanted it to be more original. Worn out seasoned warrior, scrap outfit put together by fallen foes, giving us starting from nothing to something. Yeah, really. But like, this is also kinda not just like a Wretch outfit, but it's also kinda supposed to be how do I properly put this into words? Maybe after a decent hit, I'll be able to properly express my words. Because I was able to properly express something earlier after a decent hit. Well, let's see. Think of it like a samurai from the lands of reeds that's been in the lands of between for a little bit. And his gear's taken a bit of a beating and he's got to make do with what he's got. So, but he's still got his trusty katana. Still got his little blade, his little wakizashi. In case it comes to that point where he's got to commit seppuku. And in this case, you know, he just, like I said, he makes do with what he's got. And that's what this outfit is supposed to be. He just pulls together and makes a sturdier armor on top of what he's already wearing. Something that'll help him move better, something that'll help him fight better, something that'll help him survive better. And that's what this outfit is supposed to be. But since it draws from each of the starter classes, or one piece from at least one of the starter classes, I think it's perfect for my wretch too. Since he's a kind of all or nothing, jack of all trades class. And I thought I'd experiment with the look and the incantations and everything else. Because I'm currently using Executor and Night Rain, so I thought I'd make it fun for me in the base game by trying to be Executor or some shit. Matter of fact, if I'm really gonna carry the point, I'll use this. See if I can actually get it to work. Nah, that tear is ass. It'll never work like Executor. That was your biggest mistake yet, missing that attack. Now you die for it! And that was with a buff! You fool! I was 2 inches in front of you! But at the same time, I can't help but love this game for that being able to happen. Boink. 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 Yup, you all suck. Especially you. Hey! Don't do that. Why do I get the feeling dexterity users kind of have it easy too? Compared to strength users. Like their moves are just so fast and fluent. Strength users just get the slow and clunky moves. Yeah, sure, they hit hard, they have high poise, but God help them if they miss. Am I right, guys? Pretty much. Even Cruel Chance agrees with me. So what? Would you guys say that this build is superior to my other one? Just tweak it up a little bit? The talismans? Hold up, let me look at you, let me let you guys look at the talismans real quick. Pretty much I'd say just swap off these two and put the other health talismans back on. Or would I keep these on as they are? Pretty much the only way poison would be proccing is if I hit them with my katana, with my little walkie. But thinking what if I just do this? Would that be better? Because I wouldn't have to rely on a certain status effect proccing to get more damage. I just have to hit. Plus I get my health that I want. All I gotta do is just activate my Great Rune and I'm at 3,000. This armor doesn't have good poise, but, you know, looks nice. That's really all I care about. As long as it looks decent. Alright. Give me just 1 second to go use the restroom. We'll do something when I get back. Most likely. Or maybe we'll just go to a different chill spot. Actually, I've been setting up so long for Executor in base game Elden Ring. I'm thinking I go on Night Rain. Are we good? Are we not doing that anymore? Okay. So, since the stream started lagging a little bit, I'm gonna end now. But since I've been setting up so long for Executor in base game Elden Ring, I think I'm gonna actually get on Night Rain. Play that for a little bit. Thank you guys for tuning in. Those of you that tuned in live, like the video, subscribe or I'll bonk you, share, and as always, if you're not crazy like me, you're not normal. Peace out. I love you guys.